This is the Beef Podcast, presented by Beefy Marketing in partnership with Community Bank of Texas, an FDIC member and equal housing lender. Welcome to the Beef. The Beef.
Oh yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Beef Podcast. I'm your host, John Kelly, aka John the Marketer on Instagram. As always, if you're not checking us out there, you're missing out. So make sure you swing over to Instagram, check out our Facebook, check out our YouTube. We've got so much stuff going on. I hope you're joining me on YouTube right now. We've been putting all these podcasts out on YouTube lately, and it's pretty awesome, man. I never thought we were going to do video on this. It was just going to be an audio-only podcast, and we kind of changed it up a little bit. We're here in Studio A, nice, beautiful studio. I've got with me a full house here. Man, we have Jacob, Chris, and Dylan, all from Überrito. It's a burrito shop. Is that a good way to call it?
Yeah.
You know, coming up in Huntsville. So looks like y'all are opening mid-spring-ish, somewhere around there. So welcome to the studio, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks
for having us,
man.
Yeah, I'm excited because I'm a foodie. I love food. So Jacob, man, he's been in my family now for, God, I don't know how many years I've been a part of your family, I should say. Kristen's going to kill me for that, but man, it's been since 2006. So that's a long time. I've had Jacob's cooking. I've had Uncle Randy's cooking. I've had everybody. Oh. He comes from a long line of good cooking. So I can't wait to try the restaurant out, you know, come to the grand opening and see how the food adds up to the competitors, because I'm a big fan of all of your competitors, but I'll switch over.
We'll change that.
I'll switch over for sure. If you open up close to me. I told y'all Huntsville's a bit of a drive.
We're coming.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Well, we always start out with an icebreaker question. So my question today is, if you had 1 extra hour in the day, what would you do with it? I know it's a tough question. If I'm being honest, I'm going to sleep.
That's what I was going to say. I'll sleep because I'm trying to think just get that extra sleep in, or
that's what suffers for me, right? Like, we're so busy all the time. We're running, gunning, going, doing something. So it's my sleep that takes a dive, because I wind up just, staying up late. Last night, I think I was up till about midnight working on, I need to make sure my next episode's ready to roll out on the Beef Podcast. And I need to make sure that, I've got all of my designs into our designers so that they can get back to me on some stuff in some timely manners. And I got to put out this invoice and this quote. And so I just stay up late working on all that stuff. And then, with that extra hour, man,
it would be good. Out. Even I woke up this morning, it was like 6:45, and I've been working out every morning. I was like, man, I wish I could get another hour in, but damn.
I wish I wouldn't waste it like that, but I absolutely would. But I'm with you, man. I was up this morning, I think probably about 6:45, somewhere around there, and getting ready for the day. And then we just, we go from start to finish of the day is just constant going, back to back to back.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, so I'm a new parent. My daughter is 4 months old. She
just
turned 4 months. I would try to extend that hour to my time with her, because we are so busy building this. It's like, man, I wish I just had a little more time before she went to bed.
See, and Dylan just comes in with the heartfelt
exactly.
Makes us look like, damn,
what am I doing with my life?
If my wife watches this is good.
Yeah. So my wife, she's not going to listen or watch unless I make her. So I'm just not going to show her this episode, because if I do, she's going to be like, damn, you'd really go to sleep and just leave me.
Right there. You had the chance right there.
I'm sorry. Yeah. And she's going to be like, Dylan, wow, what a catch. He's got a lucky one at home.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I would probably say either sleep or plan, because I feel like we never have enough time for either one.
Yeah. I think it's probably an age-old thing that even back in the 1800s, they were probably saying the same thing. Like, we just need more time in the day. There's not enough time to, they had a whole nother set of problems. And here we are. We have, expedited everything that we do and made everything so much faster and instant gratification, yet we sit back and we're like, we still don't have time to get everything done we need to do. But I think we just jam our days packed with more stuff. So
yeah, that's true.
Awesome. Well, before we hop into it, I told y'all before you started, and I don't know if I can even say this. We'll edit it out if I can't. But you talked to Ethan over at Community Bank of Texas. I sent you over to him. You wound up going with Allegiance, who's buying them out or merging with them, however that deal is going to be structured. But we're sponsored by Community Bank of Texas. And, man, they have been a tremendous sponsor. I say it every single episode, and I mean it from the heart. Last thing I ever want is for this to feel like a scripted ad that I'm reading, because Community Bank of Texas really just – they wanted to reach out to people like you that are opening up businesses, or people who are established but need more business, and they wanted to just kind of help us to bring publicity to them. And I'm telling you, this show – works. It seems like every single week I have a new person come to me and they're like, man, I had somebody walk into the chiropractic office, or I had someone walk into the restaurant, or I had someone walk in here and they told me that they heard about me on the podcast, so they had to come check out what I do. And we couldn't do it without Community Bank of Texas. They are providing such an opportunity along with us for all of these companies to get on here. And so I hope that this packs the house on your grand opening, and you know, awesome. A lot of people hear about you, because I didn't know about Überrito until Jacob told me about it, and I was like, man, I gotta go try this place out, because I love food. So Community Bank of Texas, they know that especially now, the experience and availability of your banking partner is crucial, and they're here to help your business. They're bankers. They've been working diligently to give clients the support that they need during challenging economic times. As a business owner, a lot of things keep us up at night, but your bank should not be one of them. When you bank with Community Bank of Texas, you have the freedom to focus on your business commitments instead of worrying about the commitment of your banker. They're proudly committed to partnering with you and your business through it all. Short-term hurdles, long-term growth, countless new directions. Because when it comes to doing business, they simply deliver a better banking experience. Community Bank of Texas is a foundation you can build your business on for decades to come. Community Bank of Texas is business banking, better banking, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. But the reason we're here to talk about Jacob and Dylan and Chris. We're here to talk about Überrito. So I like to just kind of start out with who y'all are, where you came from, and how you got into this.
I'll start. You know, I've been in the restaurant industry since I was 16 years old, and just moved up the chain really quick. You know, you've seen, and I've worked for some really big companies. And I just got to the point in life where I was like, man, I've been busting my hump for all these other companies, and you know, either they get acquired and sold, and they get a payout, and then I'm left looking for another job. So I felt like, man, if I'm going to work hard, I want it to have a payoff for me, not selfishly, right? But you know, I want to be able to call something my own,
right?
So that's part one, and part two, you know, I wanted to work with people that I care about and have built a relationship with. So it's really cool that I'm able to do that. Dylan is my right-hand man and owner of the company, and I've known Chris for a long time, and it feels really good that I get to do this adventure with them. So when I was looking at concepts, I was like, man, we're looking at so many, you know, of from burritos, which we ended up landing on, and pizza and chicken, and all kinds of different things. So a few things resonated with me. I love Tex-Mex. I mean, that's my go-to. Love my chips and queso.
Yes.
I mean, and I'm cheese on everything.
Oh yeah, there's not a Cheney event that happens.
Oh yeah, yes. You gotta have cheese, man. And I love making fajitas at home, and I love it. So I just started researching, you know, Tex-Mex, and you know, I saw, you know, there's this one conglomerate, right? We all know Chipotle, right? Of, you know, and they didn't really have much competition. So I just kept doing some research, and I found this concept, Überrito. And I went to the one, I lived in Humble at the time, and it was in Tascasita, which is a suburb outside of Houston. And I went in, tried the food, and I was sold from the first time. And then I got to learn more about it and its product. And what I really liked is everything is from scratch, right? I mean, so much different variety, you know, salsas, and they're cooking their meat fresh throughout the day. Rice, I mean, they're constantly cooking throughout the day and prepping fresh guacamole. I mean, just it really appealed to me in that fast casual setting. Mm-hmm. Chips, frying their own chips, and so that was really cool.
That's awesome.
So, you know, I felt that it was just a recipe for success, right? Of Houstonians love Tex-Mex.
Yep.
right? If it's done right, in a great environment with great food, with the right people operating it in the right location, I just felt like it was a really good recipe for success. And I have a business partner. His name is Shahid Kahani, who's just been a believer in me since day one, and gave me. We just partnered together, and I told him that's what I was like. I brought this to him. He was like, "Let's go for it."
Yeah.
Right. I didn't know anything about it. I was like, "Man, this is the one. I can grow this brand." He didn't even question. He was like, "All right, let's do it." We met with the owners of the company, the CEO. We met with the whole franchisor team, and they just struggled finding some franchisors that they could grow the brand that they felt comfortable with. It was just about the money for them. They wanted some good operators. So my business partner and I and the owners, we sat down, and just like this, just a natural, good conversation. We just talked for a couple days, and it was just like it's just like any relationship. Like, it felt right.
Mm-hmm.
So we got married. Right? Yeah, we put pen to paper. Got married real fast. We landed on a site in Huntsville that came up. It's a college town.
Yeah.
We want to be able to serve the community out there, and the food is affordable, right? You go to these high-end Mexican restaurants, you can spend $40, $50, $60 a person.
Yeah,
a margarita's $20.
Yeah.
Right. So to go there, and the biggest thing I forgot to mention is just the variety, right? I mean, they have fish, shrimp. Just so many that no other concept has in that.
Yeah.
Unless you go to a premium, full-scale restaurant, nobody has it. All right, and we have margaritas as well. So we have more variety, and I think since it's fresh, we're able to serve it on a different scale. So super excited. I think that we'll be able to grow the brand, great food, and more importantly, great people. So
it makes a difference.
It does, right? So I love what I do, right? I wake up, and just it's been interesting, a good learning process, starting from ground zero, just building from ground zero and having a team and us just kind of figuring it out as we go. And I've built a lot of good relationships throughout this process, and we plan to grow the company big throughout the state.
That's killer. I think, that's one big reason that this podcast is so successful is that people like the story behind it. So you're right. The people behind it are as important as the brand, because you can have all that variety, but if you don't have the right people running it, and you don't have passion for the business, and there's not a purpose for you being there, and it's just strictly a financial transaction for you, I think your customers probably feel that. I think typically supporting a franchise is kind of difficult, because a lot of times franchisees are in it it's a strictly financial transaction. I'm here to buy into this brand that's already successful and then make me a bunch of money. But then when you look at people like you, I had another franchise on earlier in the show, 9 Round Fitness, and you look at those people, and they're another group of owners as well, and they have a compelling story. They have a reason they were there. They've used the product, or they've been to that gym, or like you said, you've eaten there before, and get to know the people that own it and run it. And it's just more of a buy-in. It's not like where you're going to a giant
partnership.
Yeah. You're not just going to Walmart and opening up your own Walmart location somewhere, not that they franchise, but like if you were to buy into a corporate entity like that, it's not the same. Like you said, it's a little different as far as you get that. You're going to be the owner. You're going to be there, and your story is there, and your story makes a difference. So, Jacob, obviously I'm familiar with your story from, so many years now, but Dylan, tell us about you, man.
Yeah, sure. So, Jacob and I have similar stories, really. I started out in pizza at 16 years old. That was my first job, taking phone orders and making pies. Worked with that company for a long time, many years. Became a GM for them, multi-unit for them, started in training with them. They taught me how to train. I worked at Panera Bread for a while after that and did training for them, director of learning and development. So I had kind of seen the whole, operations of restaurants and got to meet Jacob through that. And I had moved actually away from Texas. My wife and I had left. We were living in Virginia, and I got a call from him. We had bought a house.
Oh,
we were
man.
settled.
This is dedication.
Yeah, I was. All right, I love this place. I love Richmond. I bought a house. All right, great. Got a call from Jacob. He's like, hey, I have an opportunity. And I was like, oh man. And we talked over and over and over. And I told my wife one day, I'm like, I think we have to go back to Houston.
Wow.
I think we have to go. So we sold the house. And moved back to Houston.
You trust this guy that much?
It's pretty impressive.
No,
and but my wife also trusts him that much, which is like it's super surprising, right?
Right.
Like, I mean, my business partner, she trusts that much. So
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, because you are married essentially.
yeah, right. It's my
Like it's not even a joke, you know.
yeah. He's my side piece.
Right. Yeah. There you go.
Man, I was supposed to say that later.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Yeah.
Andrew and I, the owner of Beefy, we own OMG Event Co together, and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
My wife says all the time. She's like, "Bro, I swear to God, it's like you're married to him as well." You know, I have to share you because it's the truth, man. You spend a lot of time together, and then I mean that's a big commitment. Moving.
It is.
I mean, interrupt you. It's just that's crazy.
No, it's
that's
okay.
awesome.
Yeah. We had a lot of faith in Jacob, so came along and we went and tried Überrito. He took me out to try the food. It was amazing. It was so fresh. Like the quality was just super impressive. I ordered chips and guac. That was like I had to try it. The guac, I was like, oh my God, this is actually really impressively good. You remember that? We were sitting in that booth.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
like,
sitting together.
Yeah.
dang. And then they make it fresh every day. Like it was impressive to learn that. So it's been a journey. It's building a business and going through all these steps that you didn't realize on the back end. Like I'd opened 7, 8, 9 restaurants throughout training process and in different roles. And
Right.
but there's so much you don't know is going on
Absolutely.
the back end, right? Like, oh, we have to get a TABC license. Okay, let me figure it out. It's pretty intense. But we figured it out, man. We've gotten through everything, and it's been. I wouldn't change anything. So it's been great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Chris.
Okay, so for my I've been in the restaurant industry for about 8 years now. I'm not really sure about that time. I started my journey at Panera, where I met these two gentlemen here, Jacob Cheney and Dylan, and really I've worked several roles since then as manager. You know, a manager here, a manager there, different companies, general manager for a few stores and different concepts. But I really enjoy coming on this journey with Jacob and Dylan just because I trust them so much. Between the two of them, the way their brains kind of come together and the way they just bring everything together, and the faith that they have in each other, the faith that they put into their people, and the way they take care of their people. You know, I've seen them do it at different companies, and they're really about it. They're really true to their word. So I just know that we're gonna whatever we put our mind to. Yeah. Whatever we put our mind to, it could, even past this company, you know, the next company, our next company after that, you know, whatever we're gonna, whatever
think into the future,
whatever we put our mind to, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do it together. So
I'm excited about multiple locations because I will try Überrito. I want to. I'm excited, especially now with the variety that y'all are talking about, man. But my question is, how spicy is your salsa?
Oh, well,
the habanero one is pretty spicy.
Yeah, it's got a good kick.
It's got a kick.
variety everywhere. And
Right.
badass ranch, man.
Oh man, actually
my
the spicy
goodness.
avocado is pretty good. It's like right on a good spice level, but like it's got a good flavor too.
Yeah, because I'm a big fan of spicy.
Yeah.
So my next question is the guac.
Too.
Do you have a spicy guac and a regular, or just one?
Oh, just a regular guac.
Just a regular,
Man, but I like
yeah.
that
So I'm just gonna
spicy
make a
guac idea.
request. You know, one day when you open that Tomball location,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need
Spicy guac.
John's spicy guac on the
Okay.
side.
Yeah, I like
the
that.
only
I'll just load it
Überrito-
up with some
Yeah.
hot sauce and underneath the counter.
So I want hot
I'm
sauce.
gonna load
I
it with some
want-
cayenne pepper. You like?
I like spicy, man. I
Yeah.
really do. But I'm a huge guac fan, which is weird because I didn't start liking avocados until a few years ago. Believe it or
Me
not.
too.
I never liked it. I hated it, and I think I got Kristen on the bandwagon. My wife now. She had some brisket tacos from Tejas right here in town, and it had avocado on there, and I was like, trust me, man, just try it. Like, you have to have it on there. It's going to make it even better. And I think she reported to me that she liked it, and I was like, we're making baby steps here.
Yeah, mine was a couple years ago too. Like, I didn't we used to have like a small catering company on the side, and I didn't like it at all. And then you know, when you experiment, you have to taste things so often.
Absolutely.
And I was like, oh yeah, I like. And
Yeah.
you make it when you make it yourself, you're like, oh yeah, I like
It started
this.
for
But
me.
then you start comparing it to, you be like,
Right.
Yeah. It started for me as just guac. Like, that's the only thing I liked. And my wife would make fun of me all the time. She'd be like, well, I don't understand how you don't like avocados, but you like guacamole. And I was like, well, I don't just want to eat tomatoes.
Right.
Yeah.
But I love ketchup.
Right,
When you
yeah.
add all the extra shit into it, it
gets
tastes
so
pretty
much
good.
better.
It tastes
Right?
good, yeah.
And then now I'm just like, and it's weird because I grew up eating barbacoa. So the standard way, corn tortilla, you know, and then you got your onion on there, your salt on there, salsa if you want it, and then you got to have a little slice of avocado. And I've just never been the one to do that. And now I'm like, man,
Now
I
you
love
can
it.
enjoy it the full way. Yeah.
Now I'm not like my cousin though. My cousin Dustin, that boy will take an avocado and just cut it open, pull the seed out, and then spoon. And just eat.
No salt.
Of course he'll do that.
Oh, yeah, I was
okay,
gonna say. I was like,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I used to do that.
So look, you can add guac to anything and everything on the
man.
menu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm a huge fan. I love the variety. So you said chicken, you've got shrimp, beef.
Yeah, tilapia. We have.
God.
Yeah.
Carnitas. Beyond Meat,
Beyond Meat. Yeah, so we have a soy option as well.
ground beef. as
Okay.
well.
Beef.
Yeah.
Are y'all gonna do any barbacoa or anything?
So we did have barbacoa. I think they're replacing it with another option, though, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna experiment with replacing it with another option, but it's very possible to bring it back.
I mean, I'll be
Seasonal.
honest. When it comes to barbacoa, I'm talking about traditional,
Right. True.
Yeah.
not. We already said Chipotle's name, so I'll just say that Chipotle has shredded beef. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not barbacoa.
No, yeah.
It's not. It's shredded beef. I know the difference. I'm like, this doesn't.
Right.
No, I want like actual lingua, cheek meat, everything in it. Like I want real barbacoa.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah. Usually I'm not a big fan of it anyway. But if they do have good barbacoa, I love it. So I'll try it. But
Okay.
carnitas, man, tell us about the recipe on that.
Well, you know, without saying
I know it's an
Too
on the spot
much.
question, and
too much. Gotta try the carnitas, okay? It doesn't, you know it's gonna be fresh. But I wouldn't. I always, anytime I get carnitas, gotta put some queso on there. Yeah. It's
So
gotta
do
put
y'all
the
do like a real fresh queso, or is it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It's made in house.
Oh,
From scratch,
man. I mean, I figured because you
Yeah.
said that already, but I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, that was a big thing for Chipotle. They spent a lot of time and effort, and then it just.
Yeah.
I love you, Chipotle. I'm sorry, but it came out as garbage, man. It is not. It is not that great. Like it's okay. But when I think queso, I just think like your typical Tex-Mex,
Yeah.
It's
you know,
definitely,
joint.
it's definitely
Like,
that.
yeah.
Simple recipe: cheese, jalapenos, peppers and tomatoes.
Yeah.
Real simple, basic, but fresh. Made fresh every single day.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's my variety option on burritos? You know, is it burrito bowl, actual burrito? Do y'all do tacos? Do y'all do all of it? Okay.
All of it.
Build your own
Burrito.
tacos, specialty chef tacos.
Want to run down some of the? We got what's called 10 tasty tacos. Want to run down a couple of them?
Yeah. You go ahead.
10
I've been
tasty
out of training.
tacos.
Yeah.
We got the Texas cheesesteak.
Yeah.
We got the CBR, the chicken bacon ranch. We got, my favorite is the off the hook.
Yeah. Off the
You
hook's
can get
really
that
good.
with either fried tilapia or fried shrimp.
fried shrimp. Yeah.
What's the other one you like?
CBR is pretty good.
Yeah, the chicken bacon
Oh,
ranch.
sorry. Greenhorn. Greenhorn is
Greenhorn, yeah, the greenhorn, yeah. We got a Beyond Taco for those who like Beyond Meat or, plant-based meat.
Yeah. Have y'all tried that?
Sloppy Cowboy. Did you say?
The Beyond, Sloppy Cowboy. That's the one you like, the Sloppy
Yeah,
Cowboy, yeah.
Sloppy Cowboy.
Sloppy Cowboy, that one's good.
That sounds like a barbecue recipe.
So it's what all is on it? It's steak, jalapenos, Colby
Yeah, that one's got the potatoes on it,
potatoes, as well.
right? Jalapenos, the onions, yeah, made right there on the flat top.
Yeah. Oh, and it's got the ranch on it too. Serrano Ranch. Yeah.
So this is like y'all's own homemade ranch recipe type
Yeah.
thing.
Oh,
Fresh.
yeah, yeah.
Fresh.
The Serrano
Oh,
Ranch is
God.
Yeah,
by
spicy
far the
ranch,
most
man.
popular sauce.
I'm a
Oh,
sucker
yes.
for ranch.
Yeah.
And it's some good ass ranch.
Yeah.
It's really
Serrano
good,
Ranch,
man.
yeah.
It's got
It's
a,
everybody, and
just
I was
a nice little
surprised.
kick.
Like in Texas, we're like, add it. I'm like, man, so I had to try it. I was like, shit, I gotta add it to everything.
Can I have another scoop?
Yeah.
Well, you know, Chewy's, they have a famous green sauce.
Oh, yeah.
You know, their cilantro, it's like a cilantro lime ranch, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, that stuff is phenomenal. So I'm a huge, you can do ranch in so many different ways. So I'm excited to try that for sure.
Good stuff, man.
I mean, of course, I love spicy, so the spicier the better. But even those flavors, sometimes it doesn't have to be. I like flavor over spice. Yeah. I don't like hot sauce that's so hot and it just tastes like vinegar.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to eat vinegar. Like Tabasco, I'm just not a fan of Tabasco. Yeah. I love the company's history and, you know, their big factory and all that stuff. Like, I love their story. I'm just not a fan of the flavor of Tabasco. I would rather something that has some flavor to it.
I can understand that. It's just spice.
Yeah. So this Beyond Meat, have y'all tried that yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Beyond Meat. I don't eat it all the time.
Yeah.
We like our meat.
I was gonna say, I'm a meat
we like
lover,
our meat.
so-
This is hard.
Yeah.
We're on the Beef Podcast. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Yeah, the Beef Podcast. Like, no, I'm with you. I'm a huge meat lover as well.
It's definitely a delicious option.
It is a
for
good
people.
option.
Yeah.
People
I was just
love it.
curious.
Yeah,
you know?
that one's seasoned with our pastor sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is all the stuff that's not tofu, right? This is like it's a vegetarian option that's not tofu, or is it tofu based?
Well, it's soy based.
Soy based. Okay.
Yeah, so it's soy based.
Okay. Gotcha.
Alternative.
Yeah, I'll never be a vegetarian or a vegan.
Oh,
I just
no,
can't.
I
I can't either, man.
We're in Texas.
Yeah.
I love, I love steak. I love brisket.
Yeah.
I love barbecue. I love any type of meat. You can pretty much guarantee I'll eat it. But it's a good question. I mean, we have vegetarian listeners. We have Community Bank of Texas has one of their employees. I think it's one of the marketing girls is vegan or vegetarian.
Okay.
I can't remember the exact story. And she was one of the people that just kind of had to take this up to the top and tell them like, hey, look, it's called the Beef Podcast and I'm supporting it. So I think that lends some credibility to it, you know?
There you go.
So I know that there's people out there that want to hear that. And I'll be honest, I'll probably try it just to know.
Oh, you gotta.
Yeah.
You know?
The flavor's good on it too. Yeah.
It's another recipe.
We got corn tortillas. We got crispy. We got
Jalapeno cheddar.
cheddar,
good.
spinach.
Wraps, whole wheat.
Golly.
Just so much variety. Oh man, and the Mexican donuts.
Freshly Mexican donuts. So
they're
y'all
Man,
dessert.
I
freshly
forgot about-
fried and
forgot about the
battered in the
God.
cinnamon sugar with
Yep.
some caramel cajeta sauce. Oh my goodness.
So the Beefy Boys, as they call us, Beefy Marketing, we have been on this diet and exercise regimen.
That won't fall into that. That won't fall into that for sure.
Won't fall into
We have
that.
been
But
eating,
it's worth breaking it, man. I'm telling you.
We've been eating healthy. We've been working out every day.
Yeah.
I'm 35 pounds down,
Good
just
for you,
about.
man.
Like, we have lost weight. I feel like this is going to be bad for me because I also love Tex-Mex. So y'all have dessert. Y'all have a dessert menu?
Yeah, pretty simple.
Okay.
But really focused on the Mexican donuts. It's just very unique and it's delicious.
Yeah.
And they're freshly fried to order. It's just delicious.
My mouth is watering. I haven't had dinner yet. Like, I'm hungry. I'm about to drive to whatever my closest Überrito location is. But I want to wait. I want to give y'all the first try, you know, and have my first plate out there. So, do y'all do the ice cream thing after you eat?
No, we don't.
No ice cream? Okay.
No
But
ice
you can
cream.
get a frozen margarita. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get you a frozen margarita.
And that's enough for me.
A Texas
Yeah.
Texas
Like,
ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it is.
Are they wine-based margaritas or are they the full liquor?
So it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting
There's a
company.
proprietary recipe, so I can't share
Oh,
what
okay,
it
okay.
is, from a proprietary place in Spring. But what I can say is, let's just say there's some loopholes that you can go around to higher
Okay.
alcohol content.
That's what I like to hear.
The company that we're going through, the alcohol content is anywhere upwards of 15%. If you go to like a full scale restaurant like Papacitos or whatever, they range around 10%.
Okay.
So the alcohol content is higher than you would go.
And but the more lit you get, the better the food tastes.
Yeah.
And
That's the truth.
we just went to the factory that produces it.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's just delicious. It's scrumptious. I took my parents, and it's really good. And just the whole process.
Super
We tried the
high-quality
pure
product.
liquor form of it as well. So it's delicious. So I'm excited. It's
we
really good.
we definitely have the best margaritas.
We do.
For sure.
I'm excited.
Absolutely.
A good margarita is
Yeah.
definitely key to. My wife will tell you, I don't go to a Mexican restaurant and order anything except fajitas
Okay.
and a margarita. Like
Yeah.
that's my
Nice.
go-to,
Yeah.
whether it's Los Cucos or Lupe Tortilla or what have you.
Yeah.
But I do try to get variety when I go to a spot like y'all. The casual Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
I like carnitas, man. Those are.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah, that's why I asked about the recipe on that because I've had quite a few different recipes and they're just I love carnitas.
Yeah.
The rice is pretty good too, man.
Oh, the cilantro
scratch.
lime.
Oh, and
Yeah.
the beans. We got the beans.
So y'all
from
have
scratch.
cilantro lime
We got
rice.
cilantro
Yeah.
lime rice,
I'm freaking
Spanish
sold.
rice.
Yeah.
We got cauliflower rice for people
Yeah,
that want the
for-
healthier
yeah, want a
option.
better
See,
option.
I do
Yeah.
want
Freshly made black beans,
man.
pinto beans, refried beans.
all in
I mean,
house,
just
yeah.
so many options.
So I'll just lie to myself and say the first time I go, I'm gonna try the full fat everything. And then from there on out, I'll
I'll
get a
be right
burrito
there.
bowl with.
Oh, we can
cilan-
do a
the-
salad too, right?
Yeah,
We can do a
I'll get a
salad too.
salad with
Yeah.
cauliflower rice.
I
and
feel like the
yeah.
people who walk away the best every single time are the ones who get the nachos.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you can.
You get the
Nachos.
nachos and you load them up,
Them
and then they're like,
up.
"Oh yeah, I want queso. Oh yeah, let me get queso at the end too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those people walk away with the nachos.
That's good.
Oh,
looking
They're living their
stuff.
best life.
Yeah, they are.
No, I mean I know we went on a tangent on
Yeah.
food here. Hopefully our listeners appreciate it.
yeah.
But
Everybody's hungry.
it's important too when you say you do Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
There's some qualifying questions that have to be answered. So it's awesome y'all did your research and found that out. That like
Well, that's like if you
This
look
place
at
is
his shirt
legit.
right there.
Yeah,
We have a
absolutely.
tagline called "Fresh Mex."
Right.
Because it is
It's
fresh.
a fresh Tex-Mex.
Right.
Yeah, so really proud that we can staple that on. Man.
Yeah.
for sure.
Be across. So very proud of that.
So have y'all created social media pages or anything yet?
It's
We're
in process.
we're in the process of it
Yeah.
right now.
Okay. Just trying to
we
figure out how we
have
can
we have
support
a
you.
company website. It's txfreshmex.com. So TX and then fresh, then MEX.com. So our website is up and running.
All
Gotcha.
of our pretty faces on there. The about
Yeah,
us.
our
Yeah.
pretty faces are on there.
Can you
Yeah.
tell me where your first location is going to be in Huntsville?
Ravenwood Shopping Center.
Okay.
Yeah. So in Huntsville, off I-45 by the Academy. We're going to be right in front of Kroger and Target.
Okay.
Over there.
It makes sense to somebody from that area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hopefully.
mean there is only one shopping center.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
Oh,
the
I'm
whole-
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Small pass
Yeah.
through.
All the
Yeah.
big chains, the restaurant chains are there. So
I just imagine
good
most
spot.
people probably just give their direction based off of
Actually-
like the prison is over here,
You're right.
and then
Well,
we're right
no,
over here.
it-
you know?
we're about 1 mile from the campus too.
If you drive past the giant Sam Houston statue, you're almost there.
See?
Almost there.
Exit
that's-
exit 115.
Yeah.
Take it.
That's how
Yeah,
I
right, there you
know.
go.
That's how I know I'm coming up to Huntsville. Is that
Right,
statue,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
usually only go through Huntsville heading to Dallas.
Yeah.
But
And you got to stop by.
now
Right. Stop
I'm
by,
gonna
man.
stop by and
Yeah.
have a burrito
Get some lunch.
because this
Yeah,
sounds
for
way
real.
too good. I'm ready to drive up there now if y'all are open.
You go to
Yeah. Right. All
Yeah.
the
Some
equipment will be
construction.
there.
Yeah.
Nobody to make the food. Not
So
yet.
mid-spring, we're looking at opening. Grand opening event, man. Tell me about it. What are y'all going to be doing out there, and what do y'all, or do you even know yet?
I mean, we're still working on a plan. We'll have a pretty extensive company though for sure. We have a food truck that just got finished getting wrapped about 2 days ago. It's a pretty robust. I'm not talking like a little mom. I'm talking a
It's a big old truck.
massive Mama
Yeah.
Jama
Yeah.
food truck.
Yeah.
That is. We have great lime green color, so that's the color for Überrito. So you won't be able to miss the truck. Bright lime green. And we're going to start utilizing that fairly soon in Huntsville. So be on the lookout. So they'll be going through schools and neighborhoods and car dealerships and right by the building. So we're excited to have that food truck.
I can only imagine you're going to be packed with students all
Oh,
the
we
time.
hope so.
Like, it has to be a great location for y'all because they're always looking for something quick. You're always studying, doing something, like you're busy, just run in here, grab something, work on my homework, eat, and then run out.
Yeah.
We're excited to develop the relationship with the school and the students. Do our best to give back to them, the campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the grand opening. I mean, I don't say I expect VIP treatment, but
You'll get it.
I mean, I'm kind of a VIP, so
Yeah. There you go.
no.
Yeah.
I plan on being there. I want to support y'all, and I mean, God willing, I don't have work or something that day, but Do y'all know? I mean, just mid-spring, huh? No exact date yet.
April, beginning of May. In April, worst case scenario.
Gotcha. We know how construction goes right now.
Exactly.
This has been a crazy time, but at the same time, sometimes things get finished pretty quick too. So
so just don't want to put a solidified date.
100%.
Until we know for sure.
Yeah. So do y'all have any type of like membership, rewards club, anything that people can sign up for?
Yeah, we do. Burrito has its own rewards program.
Okay.
You get points for every time you visit, and they do double points on. It's 5 times on the 5s.
Yeah, 5 times. Double points on Wednesdays.
Right.
Come on Wednesdays for your double points.
Right. Yeah.
Come on a day that ends with the number 5 for your 5 times points.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you
fast.
come on a Wednesday,
that's a 5.
That's a 5. You're gonna get your 2 times and your 5 times points.
Golly.
So they rack up really fast.
Yes, and for every 100 points that you get, you're gonna get $8 in rewards.
It's a really good rewards program. So
that's a bowl. That's a burrito right there.
Yeah.
And right now Mondays are the day to go to Überrito. So currently they get $5 burritos,
chicken burritos
on Mondays. So in bowls. So
yeah.
if you want
a deal, that's when.
It's Mondays.
Go to Monday.
Gotcha. Do y'all do any incentives for people that show up the first day, or like first 100 customers, or anything like that?
We'll do some special things for some of the first guests, but still undecided of what that is. But yeah, we're definitely going to take care.
Yeah,
the biggest supporters over there.
Working for a marketing agency, I have plenty of ideas flowing through my head right now of some cool things that we could do for sure. But awesome. All right, well, once the social media gets up and going, man, we'll just have to attach it to our show notes here. That way all of our listeners can get over there, follow y'all.
It'll be up and running by then for sure.
Yeah, that'll be perfect. We'll get all that stuff down in the links below the episode. That way we can support y'all. Hopefully come out. And then I don't know if we talked about it or if y'all can say, what other locations are you specifically looking at expanding to?
North Houston.
Okay.
Looking at North Houston, Spring, Conroe, Woodlands, Cypress area, Katy. So just the northern Houston. Not really planning on going into the city, but the suburbs.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think it's a good place. Well, is there anything else we can talk about to support y'all and throw some information out there for our listeners, or you think we about wrapped it up?
You got to come in and visit. That's what you got to do. You
it sounds like it, man. It sounds like it's an experience.
You got to come in and visit. Yeah. And you won't be disappointed for sure.
Yeah. Well, as always, man, I can't thank y'all enough for coming in and
thank
being
you
on
for
this.
having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it was truly a pleasure. It was a great conversation. It was great learning about y'all. I can't wait to try out the food and see how y'all do, and then hopefully y'all expand somewhere closer to me so I can eat there all the time.
For sure.
And just say the heck with my diet, I'm gonna be fat for the rest of my life. You know,
you can get healthy options. Just keep putting that out there.
You just gotta work out a whole lot more than you are right
that's
now.
That's what variety is, right?
You gotta have fuel for the gym. So.
Awesome. Well, and as always, listeners, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Some of y'all are watching this on YouTube. Some of you are listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. I can't thank y'all enough for supporting other businesses just like this one, whether they're starting up or they've been in business for years, whether they're a small business or a large corporation. We just want to be here to kind of, show this type of story to other people. So please continue to support them. Click all the links down below in the episode show notes. Make sure that you're going out there and interacting with these people that are on these shows. And if you've got a friend that you want to be on this show, all you have to do is tell them to contact us. Once they contact us, we'll send them a link. They can schedule a time to be on the show. We would love to bring their story to it as well. So once again, fellas, thank y'all for joining me here in the studio. That's another week. We hope to see you back next week for another episode of The Beef Podcast.
You've been listening to The Beef. Thanks for listening. Make sure to like, rate, and review. We hope you've gotten some useful and practical information that you can use. And we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, follow us on social media. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Beefy Marketing. Would you like your business featured on The Beef? Know a business that should be featured? Visit beefymarketing.com/thebeef. Remember, branding is about a connection with you and your people. Till next time, thanks for listening to The Beef.